Yeah. I think it's working.
Okay.
How you doing, gatherers? We're down in a cave. A lot of the Adam Ezra Group songs that you have heard and listened to have been recorded down in this basement. This is the basement of the one and only, the legendary Josh Gold. Josh sitting here right next to me playing them there keys. Not only my cousin, but a feller who has probably traveled about 500,000 miles with me across the country for many, many years, playing all sorts of different places, having all sorts of different adventures. And the adventures continue. For those of you that were at New Year's Eve, you know that Josh made a guest appearance along with our old bassist Francis. That was, man, that was a good memory. I have a good memory of that night. We spent the day recording some demos. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but we'll start with a song or two. Well, I wait for vindication for these working, we reborn. Someday I could see it, mossy timber, ancient stone. In the midnight, by the firelight, little house on the mountainside. If you come to see me, well, you better bring your four-wheel drive. I'll be snowed in for the winter. Can't super corn me to stay alive. In the midnight, by the firelight, little house on the mountainside. In the midnight, by the firelight, little house on the mountainside. sounded good. I asked, before we started today, I asked Josh if there were any old school songs he remembered. First he said no, and then he chose that one. And some of these other ones. We're going to just play a handful. We've been working today on some of the songs that Ezra Group has been playing. Hey, I'm going to look at your comments while I talk to see if we should turn... I'm wondering if we should turn Josh's volume up or if it was a nice balance. Felt like a nice balance to me, but I don't always have the best barometer for that. You all are closer to the speaker, believe it or not, than I am. So, but yeah, we spent the day working on a couple songs. We started recording. Recording Revelate. And we started recording The Ride, which someone says more Josh. Someone says more cowbell. Somebody says it sounds good.
I can get a cowbell.
You don't want Josh playing a cowbell. He did that before.
Got spoons.
They seem distracted. They're just excited. More whiskey. Done! That's 2 more cowbells and only 1 more Josh. Alright, we got another Josh, so we're going to turn you up a little bit. So yeah, we started. Josh actually was around when I first wrote The Ride, and we had actually we worked it out. We probably have a demo of it or something like that.
Yeah, we do. We probably have a couple variations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should dig those out and share them with the gatherers this week.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. But you know, lately we've been playing that with mandolin and the band, and it's been really fun. So we just started working on getting some of these songs down a little bit. And maybe even, I don't know, are you all shut down? You could even play them a little clip of Revelate. Not now. Let's play another song first because I've been talking too long. But unfinished, unmixed. It's like looking at the meatloaf before it goes in the oven. You know what I'm saying? But we'll do that. That could be fun. Let's play Serenade.
Sure.
All right. Do you want to start? Yeah. Dress is undone. I'm Jericho's son. The sunrise is shining, the days are dying, and it's only just begun. I hear you calling. Scale my walls. You come inside. We will rind it till one of us falls. The storm will find our fools parade. We'll break the storm. Somebody told me that beauty is only a state of mind. We've walked it out. We've lived with doubt. You've seen my signs as I walk the line, but you figured me out. The storm will find our fools parade. We'll bring the storm a fade away. My walls could fall to your serenade. Your serenade. Maybe it's time to step off the line. I'm ready to see now. In every Jericho town, walls tumble down. Eventually now. So come on, get through to me. Get through to me somehow. The storm will find our fools parade. We'll bring the storm fade away. My walls could fall to your serenade. Your serenade. Your serenade. Your serenade. Nice, man. Woo!
There's
Now,
little bits in there that I just remembered, like, in that moment.
as it was happening,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are you like, you know, when you're playing these songs, right? That once upon a time you played every single night, right? You know, or at least many nights with these songs, right? We were out playing every night, and even then we had a lot of songs, so we didn't play the same songs every night. But, right, when you're revisiting them after a long time, are you remembering the chords and just kind of playing, or are you remembering your arrangements?
Yeah, the chords, like, not at all. It's more
Really?
like, it's more like, the arrangement, you know, what kind of happens where, and a
Yeah.
lot of, like, too, you know, I think what I used to think about a lot was, like, what sounds to go to next and stuff, which I'm not doing now because I'm just playing a piano.
Sure.
But
There was all the arranging
it was like
stuff,
the arranging of, like, okay, well, this is going to be this sound, and then we're going to use
then-
this pedal, and then
right.
we're going to, you know what I mean?
And then the organ's gonna come
The organ's
in,
gonna
and
come
then
in here,
right,
but, like, it's totally different if it's just, like,
totally,
playing it on piano.
totally.
Yeah.
When you play songs that you really know well, do you think about the chords as you're playing them, or do or are you thinking about do the chords leave you? I mean, is it just?
Yeah, I don't really remember chords that well at all. It's more
Right.
I remember, like, the arrangement, the feel.
Right.
That's what I kind of remember.
Right.
You know, but, like, the chords, I don't. I have to, like, look them up.
Well, we used to make fun of you, right? Because you
Yeah.
had sticky notes. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
10 years.
Yeah.
10 years, and he would still have sticky notes, and
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
like, I don't think you were using them at the end, but just it was like
No,
a
no.
safety blanket. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
they're probably. Do you still have the sticky notes on here? Did
No,
you pull
there's
them all
tape.
off?
There's tape remnants of it. But yeah, it was just, you know, it was just because, like, sometimes I would just blank on. I don't remember what key this song is in. I know the framework of the song, but I don't know the key of the song.
Right,
So
right,
sometimes we're just like, okay, got it. You know?
Right.
Yeah, totally.
Yep. Well, that was fun. Let's play some of, like, Revelate
Yeah,
or something
sure.
like that for the gatherers. Okay, so what we did, I'll explain what we did today. We I am still feeling a little. For those of you that hung with me on Sunday, you knew I was like a little bit at the end of my rope. My voice wasn't in great shape. Still probably isn't. It's fine, but probably not the best for recording. Right? Not that I'm very lucky in that I have the kind of voice that is often in various states of disrepair, and that also kind of lends itself to the sound that I look for when I sing, right? So my voice doesn't have to be pristine by any means to do a recording on any given day, but there are limits. Sometimes, sometimes, right? Sometimes if swimming, if singing is like swimming, right? When my voice is really damaged, it begins to feel like swimming through applesauce rather than water, and so I can still get from one place to the other, but it's sludgy. It takes more muscle to push my body through to where it needs to be, and if it's really damaged, it feels like I'm swimming in oatmeal, right? But that's the only way that I can really explain it. No, there's probably better ways that I could explain it, but that's what I thought of at this moment. So what we did on a day like that, when recording time is precious and time that Josh and I get to hang out and record is precious. If my voice isn't in good form, well, that's okay, because we got a lot of things to do, and so we worked on the mandolin parts for this song. So now I'm guessing what Josh is going to play for you, and Josh will let us know if I'm right. It's probably like one of my last takes on the mandolin, just a single take. I probably played through this song 3 or 4 times. We talked about the song a little bit, and we tried a couple different things at the end. I only sang through the song once. That's called a scratch take. When you're in the studio, oftentimes when you don't want to like dig in and work on a vocal, you need to have at least one take of a singer singing through the song, so that when the other musicians are recording and playing the song, they have something to go along to. It may not be a final. It's just a scratch. That's what they call it, a scratch vocal. So we are going to be listening to like a piece of my scratch vocal and one of the mandolin takes. Now, what Josh will end up doing is he'll listen to the different mandolin takes. He will mess with it, right? He will put some effects on it, but he will also, if there are parts that aren't sounding great, he will cut and paste from one take of the mandolin to the other take, and he will make a comp, they call it. A composite, I guess. That's what it's short for, right? Just a comp of. It's got to be a composite of all the best parts of the or maybe it's a
compile.
Right. Compilation of the best. I don't know. I mean, we do this all the time. We should know what that's short for.
Let's look it up.
Get on that Google, man. But he will put together, right, like kind of a final mandolin part. What this will end up being is maybe a demo that I'm sharing with you gatherers. Maybe it'll be a demo, an acoustic version of this song, from which maybe we share it, maybe we post it, but it may also be the mandolin part and eventually the vocal part that the bandies come in and track to. So we don't know at this point.
Where do you want to go from, like
yeah, go from
verse,
go from like verse. Let them hear verse 2 to the end or something like that.
Okay. I don't know about volume.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, do we want to have the fake lyrics in there?
So this is really good. We should put it in, but you should know, okay? So there's something, right? When you record, you have to record to a metronome, right? Something has to be keeping time. And in its simple form, that's what it sounds like, right? But Josh, being the fancy pants that he is, right? He took this and he put a drum kit to it. and he put a shaker. Right? Now this is very different than the drum part that Alex plays with the band. It's not supposed to actually be a drum part. What it's supposed to do is make me feel some energy while I'm recording this and lock into the rhythm a little bit better. So we're going to play you this with the click track, with the drums. Maybe you bring the drums down a little bit,
Sure.
and so they'll hear the drums, but it'll just be a little less right up there.
Cool.
All right.
When I'm twisted up and small,
Yeah, turn it up too.
when I'm standing twice as tall, when I'm holding on too tight, when I play it all just right, bring the fire, bring the water, revelation.
Now, check out the lyrics I chose for the last verse, right?
When the answers ring across the sky, this carnival will pass us by. When we're gone, there will remain this tapestry, is storm and flame. Bring that fire, bring the water. Revelation.
So I went with the we instead of the I at the end of the song, right?
All of my loving, all of my loving, all of my loving's coming down now. All of my loving, all of my loving, all I have, feel it, I can feel it calling.
And so some of the things we were talking about today, and you know what? You know what we should do while they're watching? You should give them an
Pop
A-B
it.
of the intro. No, of the intro, and then your idea for the intro. Like super rough,
Oh, okay.
right? Like the mandolin coming in after line one.
Right, okay.
This could be cool. So when we are recording, we're thinking about, okay, well, it's a 4.5 minute song right now, which is a pretty long song. I make some decisions, right? I made some decisions when I arranged this, right? Before I sing, bring the fire, bring the water, revelate. I sing that twice, each verse before the chorus comes in. I only really have to sing that once. If I was down in Nashville and I was arranging this song in a studio, they would say, no, make it shorter. You only have to sing bring the fire, bring the water, revelate once. And then after the second half of the verse, you go right into all of my love is, right? And that would be a much more concise song. As I was arranging it and as I was making this demo, I wasn't quite ready to give that second revelate up. I'm not sure where it's going to land right now, but it's something we're talking about. The other thing we talked about is, the song starts and the mandolin is playing, right? And then I sing, sun comes up shifting to drive, right? So we were talking about what if we just cut the intro, right? And what if the first thing you hear, right, is no mandolin at all, just a voice. And we don't know if this is going to work, right? But this is just an idea, right? But out of the blue, there's a voice that just goes, Sun comes up, shifting to drive, and then the band comes in, right? Sun comes up, shifting to drive. It could be cool, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? So right now, as I've been talking, Josh has been trying this idea, all right? And he's going to try to play it for
Which
you
one you want to hear first?
right now. Let's do What It Is right now, the intro, What It Is.
Okay. So what it is right now is.
The sun comes up, shifting to drive. Another day, I'm still alive. All right, that's cool. So, this is what it could be. It may be terrible. It may be great. This is the first time Josh and
There's
I
also
are actually
another-
hearing this.
But here you go.
Josh has got another idea. Okay.
All right. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4.
The sun comes up, shifting to drive. Another day, I'm still alive. Do that again, and don't count them in. Let's just hear the voice. The sun comes up, shifting to drive. Right? Like now, another day. If that idea was produced, right? The sun comes up, shifting to drive. You know, like it would sound powerful when the band came in. It could be really awesome, right?
Or you could do like the same,
Josh has got another idea. Hold
the
on.
same intro. And then a little break.
The sun comes up, shifting to drive. That could be cool. Who knows? Who knows? Right now, it's just like, right? It's just a canvas, and we're throwing paint on a canvas, and we're thinking about stuff, and we'll see what happens. Let's play another song.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go over there.
Okay.
We're going to station 2. Station 2. You can tell you're in a very fancy studio when you have different stations that you perform at. All right, I'm going to try and set this up. I'll spin around. There he is. And I think I can even zoom. There it is. Oh, this might. All right, we'll see. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this okay. Oh, this looks okay. Yeah. Do it.
You gonna do this one?
Do it. You can't stay and you can't run. Either way you got miles to go. And I can hear you cry, but you know you don't have to worry about it now. Ha. I'm on sticky daddy. Gonna fight the fight, yeah. And you say you wonder why, but you already know. Ooh, come on. Dear Miss Hallelujah, won't you take our fortunes, please? Trying to move you. Could you be kind on days like these? it never sleeps. I can feel it rattling in its cage. But beauty sometimes hides in the strangest of places. Oh yeah. Dear Miss Hallelujah, won't you take our photos, please? And we're all just trying to move you. Could you be kind on days like these? You gotta step out on your own sometimes. You gotta make it feel like home sometimes. 'Cause it's all you're gonna own. This life is gonna knock you up and down. You gotta bleed to make it right. Dear Miss Hallelujah, won't you take our fortunes, please? And we're all just trying to move, yeah. Could you be kind on days like these? Nah, could you be kind on days like these? Could you be kind on days like these? Could you be kind on days like these? How could you be kind on days like these? Could you be kind on days like these? Days like now, could you please come to me, come to me, come to me? Could you be kind on days like these? Yeah. Nice, man. All right, we're gonna see what happens on this one. It all starts here. It all starts here. Our minds all connected as my words hit your ear, and we got 7 hours a day. When break comes, and you could talk about the finer points, roll them off your tongue and out, soak it in like a maple in the rain. Come again, come again, come again. My soul's full, and the moon wants it. That's the way you like it. My soul's full. Talk about the real thing, deep into the evening. My soul's full, hanging in the kitchen, drinking what you're missing. My soul's full, so lot of time. Oh, yeah, could change the world with the power of my mind. Do it long, buggy conversation at a time. And I'm good to the last stop, hit the rock bottom on the passion that we open every time we get it started. You can give it to yourself, you can tell it to your friends. Come again, come again, come again. My soul's full, and the bone wants it. That's the way I like it. My soul's full. Talk about the real thing, deep into the evening. My soul's full. Hanging in the kitchen, drinking what you're mixing. My soul's full. So many times, time, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. That wasn't terrible. Awesome, man. Oh, that was fun. That was the first time we ever tried that without a drummer.
And the last.
First and last, maybe. Oh, that was fun. Okay, I'm gonna spin you around. We're gonna have to get ourselves recalibrated over here. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you back to where we were, hopefully. Ish. Where we were, ish. All right. That was really fun, man. It was really fun.
Yeah. Well, I don't get to play the roads, that often.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was our
We traveled with that one, right?
touring roads. Yeah.
I mean, at one point, the Adam Ezra group was traveling with that is a Rhodes. It's called a Rhodes, right? And
Did we ever travel with this one?
no,
No.
we never traveled with that one. Thank God.
Yeah.
But at one point we were traveling with the Rhodes, it's like a vintage keyboard. So it is insanely heavy, and it is big. It is big keyboard, and literally it is
Temperamental.
It is now 50 years old, right? And 1970 Rhodes.
Yeah.
1970.
Yeah.
So it is really vintage gear, and so if you pop the hood on that thing, and there literally is a hood on that thing, right? If you pop it, you will see that there is all sorts of like fixes and aluminum foil, right?
Yeah.
But like anything and of course it's coming with us on the road. Like bands that use vintage gear are forever like having insane challenges on the road, like because these are 50-year-old parts and they're like bouncing on a highway. Sometimes they're bouncing on like a dirt road in the middle of Virginia on our way to a festival in the middle of the woods that no one's gonna be at anyways, but we still are hired, and so we got to show up. And it's like sometimes you get there and shit's broken. But we would be traveling with that. We'd be traveling with the piano that he's playing underneath.
This one too.
And that one. Yeah. At one point, we were playing with 3.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah.
For a while, we were just doing 2, and we finished. I think during the last handful of years, you were just doing 2 again. And the piano, the keyboard that we play with now in the band when Josh plays with us. And Karina says, and then the wheels fall off the trailer, and the wheels literally fell off the trailer once, believe it or not. It was worse than that. It was the axle. Do you remember that? South Carolina, Charleston.
I do remember. And then Francis and I waited on the side of the road with a broken down trailer.
No,
Was
different time.
Was that a different time?
Different breakdown. This was when we were touring with
right.
Corey Smith.
Yeah.
We were playing at the Music Farm.
Oh,
in
I remember
Charleston.
that. Yep.
And there was a weird note.
We found an axle repair place.
No, we did not find an axle repair place. We found 2 dudes in a barn 5 miles outside of
That's
South
an
Carolina.
axle repair place.
They were literally 2 dudes in a barn outside of Charleston. But we were on tour with Corey Smith, and there was a weird noise coming from the trailer when we showed up. And I looked underneath the trailer, and I could see that there was like some damage, like there had been something something was not attached that should have. Anyways, we unloaded all the gear out of the trailer. The band got the stage ready, and I hightailed it out of town, 5 miles. Somebody, sometimes it always works out. And there were some fellas. There were some fellas in a little barn outside of Charleston that said, yeah, bring the trailer over. We'll see what we can do. They lifted the trailer up. Do you remember this part of the story?
No.
They lifted the trailer up and the axle stayed on the ground.
Oh, yeah. Got it there
So it was
just in
only
time.
the weight of our gear that was keeping I mean, that's fucking insane. But we would travel with the 3 keyboards at one point. We were traveling with Turtle, a second percussionist who had a whole kit. He had bongos and congos and timbales. Those bongos right there. Your camera and microphone are placed on Turtle's bongos right now. Congas, sorry. And another drum set. I mean, it was we used to travel with a lot of gear. We had to travel with a big trailer. Take us a long time to load and unload. And sometimes we would play a ski resort where we had to load all of our gear
into a dumbwaiter
in the kitchen, one piece at a time till we get to the top. Okay.
We could go on.
But it is always, I think it must be this way, with any, not only an old friend, right, but just somebody who you've been in the trenches with for a long times, and not all of those times were fun times. There were a lot of really, really hard nights, and there were a lot of challenges, and there was also a lot of magic, and so I know we both are pretty grateful for those years in many, many ways, and it's always nice to get to share some memories together and continue to work together. It's pretty awesome. All right, should we do this thing?
Yes.
All right, Josh and I are gonna play one more song with you, and then Josh is gonna really awkwardly try and get past the keyboard and through me and off the camera. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about this weekend and the awesome shows that we have coming up. But let's play this one first. Well, some people buy into the sun like a pig. Others maintain that it's well out of reach. Some use the sunshine to sell lemonade. Me, I'd rather just hang out in the shade. Looking out on a baby diamond sun. So glad when the last job is done. You and me, easy down right. You and me, easy down right. You and me, easy down right. Yeah. Well, some people, they stick to the road like it's king. Others stay home, don't know where to begin. Some use a map to track the progress they've made. Me, I'd rather just hang out in the shade. Looking down on a baby diamond sun. So glad till the last job is done. You and me, easy down right. You and me, easy down right. You and me, easy down right. Yeah, yeah. Some people, they battle for fortune and fame. Others prefer being John Doe or Jane. Some do not care long as they're getting paid. Me, I'd rather just hang out with you in the shade. Thanks for playing with me, man. That was awesome. Fun day. Josh Go, friends. Yeah. He'll be coming out and visiting us from time to time, and I'll make sure to let you know when he does for sure. So I've got another, and thanks for the claps and thanks for the love. Lot of love and claps for you, Josh.
Just gonna hang out.
Sure, hang out. This weekend is kind of is a bit of a last hurrah for us for a little while. I mean, it doesn't seem. I mean, bands take a month off the road all the time. In fact, many would say that's not even a lot of time to spend off the road. But for us, it's a long time, and luckily, because we really like playing with each other and we miss each other when we don't play, we in the middle of it all, we're gonna fly down to Florida and go out on a 5-day cruise in the Caribbean with the band Train and G Love and Lisa Loeb and lots of other amazing artists as part of the Sail Across the Sun cruise. That's going to be fun in the middle of February. And then we come back in March. And just so you all know, if you are looking at our schedule online, if you're looking at March and April and May and not seeing a lot of gigs, that is because we have not posted a lot of our gigs. But they are coming. We are confirming the tour and dialing it in every single day. And so those shows are going to start popping up. And I'll start talking about them. And, of course, I'm going to be seeing you twice a week regardless, obviously. But this weekend, we have a pretty amazing last winter hurrah here. And we're going to be traveling with our friends in the band Cersei and planning some fun collaborations there. I love those guys. And I know a lot of you gatherers now love those guys because they played at the Ramble and they've been on gatherings before, and they've come and hung with us at shows. We're gonna start on Friday playing in Pawling, New York, at Daryl's house. Word on the street is that it is maybe just standing room only at this point. There is still some spots left. Man, I would really like to fill that place up and sell it out. And so, if you are in the area, no. Forget that. Cross that out. If you're not in the area, you should hop in a car or whatever you got to do to get out and hang with us. Legendary spot, Daryl's house in Pawling, New York. And from there, we head to Old Saybrook, Connecticut, where we were playing a sold-out show at the Kate, Katharine Hepburn Center for the Arts. Pretty excited about this. I think maybe yesterday, maybe it was earlier today, I can't remember. Robin was telling me that there were only 2 tickets left. So I'm assuming by now that show is sold out. Maybe there's a chance that you can pick up the last 2 tickets if you are thinking about coming out. And then we finish up on Sunday. We're going to be playing at the City Winery in New York City. And we are going to be playing upstairs. So that every city winery, for those of you who've been to city wineries in different places, I know a lot of you gatherers have. We've done gatherings in Boston. We have done shows at the City Winery in Boston often, right? And most city wineries hold about 300 people or something like that. I have opened in city wineries all over the country. In Chicago with Southside Johnny, not Southside Johnny, Graham Parker and A.J. Croce, Jim Croce's son, who's an amazing artist, by the way. Down in Atlanta with Southside Johnny and Graham Parker. A million times I've opened downstairs in, not a million times, but maybe 5 times in the City Winery in New York City. We are playing upstairs in the small room, the Loft. It holds about 150 people, and and that's another one I would like to do really well at. So for those of you who like me dream of the traveling village, maybe this weekend is the way to get it kicked off or ended. Maybe we end the winter traveling village, and then we switch to Springmount. I know there are a handful of you gatherers that somehow, despite it being a sold-out show, found ways to get tickets to the cruise with train, and I think that is amazing, and we'll be talking about that coming up. All right. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the wind it abates. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us only seems to our heart. That we breathe. Here's to now good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we have. These moments pass lightly. May our lives all burn brightly, right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who want with us. Here is to us, none we see is to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to them, good company. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink more easy. This night is a last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being with me all the time. All the time. Even when we're not gathering. Even when we're not playing shows. Thank you for being with me all the time. Thank you for loving these songs. It inspires and motivates me to leave my wife and daughter on precious days home to come out and record. Because I want to get them to you. I want to get these songs to you. They may take a little while to wind their way through various studios and musicians doing takes and sounds and all sorts of stuff, but they'll get to you. I promise. Be on the lookout this week for announcements. If you are planning to come out to the shows this weekend, announcements on ways that Rally Sound has mobilized to support local nonprofit organizations, local people that are struggling. There is amazing Rally Sound activity happening right now at every single show. It is incredible and inspiring. People are motivating to do a little good while also coming out and celebrating music and singing songs and being with people that are wonderful. Also helping some folks at the same time too. We will be making announcements on the Adam Ezra Group social media. There will be information on the tour page of Adam Ezra Group website, adamezra.com. There will also be information on the Rally Sound website, rallysound.org, and of course, there are a lot of people chattering it up on the effing fan page. So if you are planning to come out, help us have an impact in a positive way for some folks that know nothing about the Adam Ezra Group. They don't care about our songs. They don't care about our music, but we care about them, and we all care about each other, and we all need to get by these days. So that's what we're doing. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another, and I'll see you soon.